despite what's coming in for Sunday, Saturday is shaped up to be quite the beautiful day, even with the cold start. It's been a nice one out there to get out and just enjoy it. Just past 6 o'clock, current observation at Savannah Hilton Head International Airport has temperatures right at 60 degrees. Light wind out of the southeast has cooled things off a little bit. Cloudy skies remain, but high temperatures today managed to reach the mid 60s, and that was from lows near freezing for most of the area. So this helps our cause, at least in terms of limiting those impacts from potential wintry weather during the day Sunday. Viper radar does have some light returns, light showers generally across Wayne County, Appling, and Bacon County, along with one cell over McIntosh County. But most of the more widespread rain is going to move in from the southwest. This is a lot of Gulf moisture that will be streaming in slowly, and that's going to change things heading into tomorrow. So for tonight, again, a little bit more mild than what we've seen recently, but we do have temperatures will slowly rise in the morning before eventually colder air works in. And by the way, there's that rain snow mix working in as well from mid-morning to say about mid-afternoon for portions of the area, and a downright cold day as well, even without the winter weather potential. So the cold front's going to move through the area, brings a wind shift out of the northwest for tonight, and some upper level energy is going to help bring us a fairly substantial bout of precip for the day tomorrow, with rain to start, followed by a rain-snow mix, and this is all before cold air eventually moves in for the Martin Luther King Jr. holiday. Scattered showers move in, and it is all rain around daybreak. So we're not looking at snow at sunrise for even our inland communities. It's going to be all rain for the first part of the morning before those temperatures begin to fall. West to east, snow starts to mix in, and the westernmost areas will likely find a switch over to all snow for at least a brief period of time during the afternoon. Rain and snow ends by the afternoon, and a refreeze is the main concern if for any leftover water that does not dry out during the day. And by the way, that cold front brings a very cold one for the start of the holiday. So getting through overnight, again, very early Sunday morning, showers filter in, but more widespread rain begins to move in. And again, along and east of 95 at around 11 o'clock, it is all rain. We're not looking at snow potential till you get west of about, say, US 301 or so. That's where we start to get those snowflakes mixing in, and this slowly tries to work into the area. But the thing to mention, it's going to be a mix, and it's not going to be lasting too long. And even then, by about 3 o'clock or so, may find snowflakes on the very back end of this, but don't necessarily think for anybody east of I-95 that we're going to be getting widespread snow concerns. Then we get the sun, then we get some brief amounts of sunlight late Sunday evening before the sun, of course, goes down. Then we have drier air moving in and a much colder one to start off the Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. holiday. Road temperatures are going to be our friend. That today's warmth helped a lot, and still these road temperatures will be above the freezing mark, 32 degrees. And even if some snow begins to work in, still not enough to coat our roadways by any means. It's those grassy surfaces, the elevated surfaces that may find some of that. And even in by the evening, still remaining above freezing there. The concern is that refreeze after midnight. Road temperatures fall below freezing. You likely have ice concerns along, say, some of the bridges and overpasses, particularly on the interstates. So that's why some cities and counties, along with state DOTs, have been putting down brine to at least try to limit that. But starting off the morning, things will be generally better by about 9, 10 o'clock, and road temperatures will be very warm once you get towards about 11 o'clock or so. That's the good news we're looking at with this. So with that, our forecast has remained pretty persistent. Cold rain for most areas along I-95, with perhaps some snowflakes mixing in. Now, the areas in blue farther west, especially well out to our west, say in Jeff Davis County, Montgomery, and Toombs County, there's the potential for a coating of snowfall, and even some areas that get that cold air first and that really sticks in, about a ½ an inch is possible, but it will quickly melt by the end of the day. So by no means are we looking at what we had last year. And in terms of our road temperatures, roads may stay warm enough, but those bridges will cool off since there's air flowing on both sides of it, allows that surface to cool off. And guess what? That's where the icy concerns come in. So we're going to have a pretty rough go at it for the next about 36 hours, but just practice safe driving and also just try to stay warm best you can. For tonight, temperatures fall into the upper 30s to lower 40s, and other than, say, a brief spike in the temperatures early on in the morning, temperatures fall through the day, and that rain-snow mix begins to work in as we get later on in the day. Our local waters, 15 to 25 knot winds develop. A small craft advisory will be issued for tomorrow. 2 to 4 foot seas are expected as well. And into the extended forecast weather where the next couple of days due to the winter weather tomorrow and that refreeze possible for the start of the Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. holiday. All that before just a cold week ahead.
All right, Jeff, we'll bundle up.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah, really exciting if you like the cold. It's been an exciting day, too, if you like college basketball. And finishes down to the wire. We got Georgia Southern basketball. We're going to stay undefeated at home. Drama in the final few seconds. I'll explain next in sports.